you, Masters. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. Let us all thank the Masters, the universe, and the energies we received today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone would like to share any experience? Are you able to hear my voice? Anyone?
Yes, we can hear you.
Voice? Okay. All right. Thank you, madam. All right. Let us get started in our journey towards the truth. So last week we spoke about truth and what it is all about. And every week we are trying to find a new angle as to how to get the truth and how to become what we are to begin with. So as we start to understand what is truth, the life is truth. But I don't have that experience. Life is truth. How do I get that life is truth? So there are like number of ways how we can start to come back to the reality. How do I shape my reality? We all understand. My thoughts are my reality. My words are my reality. My emotions are my reality. My actions are my reality. With all the combinations from the thought to the actions, everything is my reality. So when I'm able to create that reality with my thoughts, feelings, talking, and then actions, I also should have the control as to how I create my own reality. That is why when you talk about truth, we say that you create your own reality. The statement is a true statement. It is not a statement that's been said for sake of saying it. It is the statement of truth, the absolute truth. You create your own reality. What you think, so shall you become. What you feel, so shall you get. What you talk, so will you get. And what your actions are, so is your behavior. These are all the truth statements. Every one of us in this world, in some form or fashion, understand. At a body level, at your senses level, at your mind level, at your intelligence level, in some form or fashion, we understand what is going on, but yet we don't want to take that into consideration as we start our own journeys, as we start to look at our life. In our thought, we always look for beauty, right? I need that, I need this, I should have this, I should have that. Anything that is positive, we want in life. But anything that is negative, we do not want in life. Is that what life is all about? That is the fundamental question we have to ask. Is truth, when truth itself is life, life itself is truth, am I getting attached to the duality of I need this, I don't need this, I want this, I don't want it, I like it, I don't like it? Why am I having this state of duality when the life itself is flowing with the energy? What is truth? The truth that it stands is the energy. If I understand that I am energy, everything else is acting upon that energy. Since I don't have the energy to be in that state, what is happening is I am attaching myself to every aspect, whatever is coming my way. So how do I start to look at this? How do I bring this together? Right. And one of the easier way is to start questioning whatever is happening within inside of you. The best way to master your own life is to question your own life. How do I question it? Ask those questions that will take you into your deeper state of being. Ask the questions that your mind cannot comprehend. Ask those questions that will take you into the truth, the reality of truth. Ask those questions that will make you feel that you are inside person, you're not an outside person. So what are those questions? Why do I need to get that? If we understand, I am missing the peace today, I'm missing the happiness. Everyone in their thoughts have this. Everyone in our actions, we want that. I want peace, I want happiness, but I'm not getting it. Everyone knows what to do, but yet we are not able to do it. So these are some of the basic questions that each of us are going through in our own lives. So how do I shift that? The best way to shift is ask those questions that will take me into my deeper state. The first and foremost question that everyone should ask is, who am I? Who am I? We must ask this question to ourselves as to who am I? You will know who you are when you see what you are not, or who you are not. You will know who you are when you see who you are not. You have to face that not factor for you to know who you are really. And the second one that everyone must ask is, what is real? We will know what is real when you accept what is not real. When we accept what is not real, we will know what is real. And the third, the most important one, is what is love. We will know love when we realize what love is not. We try to condition love. That is not the true love. True love just flows, right? I don't have the experience because I am always conditioned. I like you because you are my kid. You always have a condition. I love you because you're listening to me. I love to be in your company because, whatever you're saying, I see it. I love to do this. I love to do that. These are all the conditions. The factor that is influencing all of these conditions is my personality. Right. So when I start to understand this in a deeper level, what will happen is two things will happen. The number one, we will start to sit in solitude. You will prefer to sit in quiet time, because in your quiet time, you start to see who you are. You start to understand what kind of personality you have built around you, your habits, your impressions, your fear, your sadness, everything that you as a personality or the individuality, whatever you may call that, you will start to see that. And you yourself will question, why am I like this? Why is my life like this? Today, I'm rushing away. I'm diverting my life from an outward journey by really missing the inward truth. Every one of us, everyone who is not in the path of truth is missing the real value of truth. The real value of truth is in the moment. I miss this moment because I'm stuck in the past or future. So every time we start to ask this question, everyone will start to think, okay, who am I? What is real? And what is love? If I ask these questions every time when I'm in quiet time, you will start to realize that your body, your mind, your intelligence, everything is responding to you in inside. The inner voice, whatever is chatting with you, is the real culprit for all of this. If there is any enemy that is really making us suffer, it is our inner voice. What we talk to ourselves is the worst than what we get from others. What is my personality today? I have this personality called me, right? Every one of us carry this personality called me. I mean it, I love this, I need this, me. The me factor is the one that is influencing the entire life. Where did this me factor come from? Everything that I have taken from my childhood, from your infancy to the time that you are in your adulthood, whatever the impressions you have been given by your family, by your friends, by your by your parents, by your siblings, by your teachers, by the society in general, whatever those impressions they have put on you, hey, why are you doing this? You will get fear. Why you cannot drown this? Because this is a bad thing to do. This is a good thing to do. You cannot do that. You cannot do this. You always have to go and do that work, do this work. Lot of those things, whatever got inculcated over a period of time, became habits of us. Through this process of hearing again and again from the near and dear, from the family, what happens is one makes an impression. That impression is what is making my personality. And because of this personality, I am never in the path of truth or in the truth. I actually forgot my nature of truth. I lost that identity of truth. So when we ask these questions, now you are not just challenging the surface as to what is happening. You are going to the root of this whole thing, where this actually started. So how do I do that? So there are ways and there are powerful tools that are available for us to be able to bring the truth into our life. Every one of us, we do meditation. Every one of us are doing satsangs. Every one of us are doing acharya, masters. We are trying to go to masters, visit temples. We do whatever we need to do to be in that state of spiritual awareness. Right? Isn't it? Every one of us are trying to do that. But why is that it is not working? Anyone? Why is that it is not working? We are doing so many things for our own self. Why is that we don't think that it is working? Just to keep the dialogue.
We are not still aligned to the truth.
Why? You are the truth.
But some blockages are there in the in finding the truth.
Some blockages are there in finding the truth.
Yeah.
What are those blockages?
Like ego, some kind of indiscipline.
So, yeah, in a way, it is that, right? So what happens is I am not able to find my truth because I am struck with the truth that it seems to be truth, right? I don't know whether that is truth or not, but I am stuck with it. Whatever the activities that you're doing with your mind, with your intelligence, with your senses, with your body, whatever is going on, we are all thinking that that is the truth that I need to get to. That is what it is, right? See, I serve my family with the intention that my family is going to be there forever and ever and ever. That is what I believe in. It is in my belief system. Where did that belief system got rooted? In my childhood. My parents have rooted it to me.
In the family.
In the family, exactly. Your parents, my parents, everyone's family, everyone's. As you age out, we start to question these things as to why should I do these things that way? Why should I do those things that way? Right? When we look at it, we are humans, right? And what are we today? Because of the way our nervous system has responded to the light over a millennium of years, how my nervous system is responded is what I am today. Right? All that intricate capabilities, the diversity in the society, the complex lifestyle that we are leading today, everything is in my head. And we certainly made our mark on this planet effectively, right?
Yeah.
Where would that evolution come from? The evolution comes from that impressions that I am carrying over the period of generations. Again and again, again and again, again and again, again and again. So where we are taking back is, if I am ready to listen, I am ready to understand, and I am ready to really not react, instead respond, then I'm really reversing this direction, right? See, what happens is, for those who are willing to see the truth for themselves, you have to ask what is real and go through that unfamiliar doors. Each of us have to go through that unfamiliar doors. My life is like, I only do things that are in comfort to me. I only do things that I want to do, because that is what your mind knows. Your mind will not let you go beyond the state, because your mind is not truth. As long as I'm struck with the familiar roots, my life is routine. My life is mechanical. If I am not ready to have a new conversation, if I am not ready to have knock the unfamiliar doors in my life, I will never be able to find the truth.
It used to be in the, it is used in the comfort zone.
Exactly. If you are in the comfort zone, truth is far, far away from you. If any of us are saying that I only live in the comfort, then truth is you are exactly opposite. Because comfort is mind's game. If the single pointed question that we need to ask is, okay, do we say that we are free of worry and conflict? Do we say that I know what the best human can be?
Never.
We
Because
have the
it's
aspiration.
a inherent war going on every day.
Exactly.
So that's why we cannot live in this society without these kind of things, unless we unlock the truth.
Exactly. So what happens? It would be wonderful for each of us to say, my beliefs no longer drive my terrible things that are happening to me. I don't believe in things, and because of these things, my life is terrible. Would it be great for each of us to say our minds no longer wage this internal war among ourselves? That war that is going on inside of me, my mind has actually created a war for me. It's a war. Every day morning, the moment we wake up, it's a war. It's an internal war. Mind is putting us through this war. Everything. It's a conflict. It's a terrible situation. Every moment we have the conditioned activities, everything that is coming my way, because I lost the touch of truth. I totally lost the touch of truth. So whatever I am going through in my system, right, it is very natural for my family to also get that, for the near and dear who are with me. If I am in the path of truth, whatever I am trying to do, you will get that as well. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, master. Just got a phone call. So if I look back my life, right, we are all in an ideal family. Let's suppose in an ideal family, all children are made feel safe, appreciated. Parents are inspired teachers, right, and a vigilant protectors. They protect the kids all the time, no matter what. The elderlies continue to be very productive. They give them all the knowledge, the wisdom that is needed. They give them the group of people from the societies, and how to live, how to lead the life in the righteous living and all of that. But yet, as they grow, as they groom themselves, what is happening, right? Together, the thought process is there that together we want to build greater communities. We want to have an exceptional life. We want to be a well-being citizen. I want to be respected and all that. In this world of imagination, you have your own government that exists here. The government that's run by the nation is the same type of a government that is running this thing here. Right?
Well said, sir.
Yeah. Because of that, what happens? This government is the one that's making. What is government made of? Government has three bodies. legislative body, the commander-in-chief executive body, and the judicial body. Those three are acting up here, making my life suffer all the time, fear all the time. Anything that I initiate, I don't initiate in the state of being truth. I initiate with the state of fear, or I initiate with the state of unknown. I don't know, should I do this? Should I not do this? Because I am only familiar and comfortable to walk in the path that I am aligned. I only want to go this path because I know this path, because my mind only allows me to go in that path which is not truth. That's why world is a duality. World is not true. When will I start to know world is not true? When I am in that truth. When I start to understand the truth or try to be in that state of being truth, then I slowly realize that world is world. We should always accept what is real. Right? So what is happening is every leader in the government hierarchy, right? They preside over your country with such a great honor and respect. The best possible, the Congress that manages your legislation with a wise consciousness, right? That has a greater compassion towards the way of living, right? All these things are coming from this government. The laws are very clear. The universal laws as to how the government operates are very, very clear. Law of attraction, law of polarization, law of duality, law of karma, right? Everything is all the laws, right? How you live your life, what you bring, what you do, everything, the laws are very, and the rules and the laws apply to every one of us. It is not like I have some laws and you have some laws. Every individual is running their own government in their mind, right? So why do I run this government for myself? Because my mind is telling me to do things. In an ideal world, if I start to understand what is going on with me, right? They wanted to justify. The government within always wants to justify things. Your mind will always try to have a reason. Your mind will always try to justify why it is doing it. It will judge before it acts, right? Mind will always judge before it acts. If I tell you, hey, why don't you, if we ask a question, right? Hey, are you available to come and then do some service here for next 4 hours? Your logic mind will kick in immediately and say, no, I've got this work going on. We are not able to go beyond that state of mind to see what is the true thing. Doing the real seva is the truth. I lost the touch of the truth. And then now I'm revolving only in my reality, which is created by my mind, my emotions, my actions. Right? If we ask these questions, right, who am I punishing? I am punishing myself. Every time I am getting a guilty feeling, I am getting a fear factor, I am getting some kind of a sadness because of my impressions. Who am I punishing? I am punishing myself. Am I inflicting fame? Am I inflicting shame and guilt on others? No. I am inflicting that shame and guilt on me before I spread it to others. The way you govern, right? So this is a very important concept. Why this knowledge is important is we govern ourselves in the same way, in this very same way that we want to be governed. I want to be respected, but I don't respect myself. I want the recognition, but I don't recognize myself. I want the freedom, but I don't have the freedom. How you will get the freedom if you're not free? How you will be respected if you don't respect your own self? These questions nobody is willing to ask. And those who dare to ask will reach the state of truth, will live in the truth. I am always worried about what is going to happen, what is coming my way. Am I able to do this? Am I not able to do this? How is my life going? It is the chattering is a constant battle, a conflict. It is a war. So everyone in an ideal situation, I want to help the world. I want to do this. I wanted to do that. I am here to do everything what is needed. I am here only for the truth. In an ideal situation, we all talk about it. But in reality, we are living exactly opposite. Exactly opposite. Everything that is out there, every single thing that we are seeing in this world is out there is because of that little imagination of somebody that went in here at some point in time. Every invention, every creation, everything, the subject, the object, whatever it may be, whether you call it astral, you call it physical, you call it metaphysical, you call it quantum, whatever it is, it was imagined by somebody at some point. And always we use this victim card, right? Hey, we are tragic victims of our circumstances. With imagination, I'm able to judge and bring another perspective to my situation. And unlikely, I'm not going to treat myself that way. Through imagination, I'm creating my life, and I understand the value of imagination. But when things go wrong, when tragic things happen, I am lost. So the more and more I start to get inside and ask those questions, what is happening is I am unrewinding my life. I'm actually starting to look at my life. I'm able to witness why my life is the way it is.
Master, is it like we are giving our peace of mind key to somebody else? We are not acting upon it, and we are influenced by others and surroundings, and like all our bringing up from childhood to adult.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, absolutely. I don't have the peace because I don't feel that. I am not in acceptance of that peace that is inside of me. I am looking that peace somewhere else. If I am with my family, I feel that I am in peace, I am in happiness. While it's other way around, irrespective of whether it is a family, near, dear, whatever may be the thing that you are looking outside, you will never get peace. The peace is only inside within you. Everyone is born authentic. Everyone is born authentic. But it's hard to remain authentic in this world, especially because the belief system has already been taken over to you. Your belief system has been set in such a way that nothing can come your way. To say that, why am I believing? Have you ever questioned the belief, the very belief what you have? Have you ever dared? Right? I challenge it, right? Have you ever dared to question the belief system what we have?
And it is like when we are using our computer and it's been hacked by someone else without knowing we already hacked by them.
Exactly. Because what happens in that infancy and your childhood is whatever the impressions come from others, you take that granted. Hey, you cannot do this. You are too sick of a being. You are too lazy. Get up. Why don't you do this? These words have such a profound impact on kids. What will happen over a period of time if you say you are dumb, right? You are not fit for anything. These words are very, very wrong. When you put those words in the minds of those innocent kids, right, who are in the truth, by the way, the kids are in the truth because they speak their mind. They don't have any duality.
And they are very delicate and sensitive. They absorb fast what
exactly
They don't have that maturity and they just follow blindly.
That's absolutely. They follow blindly. So what happens? Now you created those impressions on them. Hey, don't go in the dark because all demons, the negative things, all those things are going to come. Don't go. That's it. You implanted fear in them. When in darkness, that's what they will remember. They will never walk in dark for the eternity of their life. Gone. So what happens? Even though I am born authentic in my life, I am not able to live that life. The reason I am not able to live that life is because in this process of my journey, from my childhood to the adulthood, I have so many impressions. Few things I have created on my own, and most of the things society has given it to me, including my family, my parents. So now, as an adult, when I start to look at myself, what am I? I am what my impressions are. That's it. Where is truth? Truth has nothing to do with the impressions. Impressions are the memory. I'm living with my memories. Are we supposed to live with memories? Are we supposed to let go of memories? How can I reach the eternal state if I carry the impressions of my do's and don'ts, good and bad? Right? So we are always stuck in this duality where I am not able to understand that beyond this state of duality is the actual way of living, the truth. And when I ask that question, I'm not patient enough to sit and wait to see what might be the response. Right? We get caught up in our own drama and we take things very seriously. Because I get emotionally attached, I take things very seriously. I don't understand this is a drama.
And it is a vicious cycle, Master.
Exactly. Perfectly said. It is a vicious cycle. One after another, one after another, one after another. If you look back, the me factor that we were talking earlier, the me factor of your childhood, the me factor of your teen, the me factor of your adolescence, the me factor of you now with a family, men, women, totally different. The me factor changes every hour, but yet we hold on to that me factor. It is for me. I am doing everything. I am not ready to let go of that me. So the question is, when you ask this question, who am I? You are letting go of this me. When I say letting go of this me, the attributes that are running your life through the mind, through the senses, through this artificial reality, through the illusion, the false reality, you are letting go of them. Oh, how do I do that? There are ways how you can start to bring those things into your life, the powerful tools. That's what we'll talk today. But the point that where I'm trying to take us the conversation is, it is because of all these things, the emotion aspect of it, the mind aspect of it, the kind of talk track I have built for myself. I myself will say, I'm so sorry I cannot make it. I'm so sorry, I'm so dumb, right? I use these words repeatedly. I'm such a stupid, right? Those are the impressions that I'm putting on. Nobody understands that what you're saying, you're creating the reality. Your words are very powerful. How many of us realize that? I'm such a dumb person. I should have never been here, right? I should have never done that stupid thing, We curse ourselves. We never accept ourselves. Why is that? Because my mind is running the show. My mind is letting me do all these duality things, right? And I'm not understanding that this is all drama, and the truth is all about this drama, right? My ideas take a big hold, and my opinions, and I get intimidated by somebody. I hold that. Somebody comes and says some things to me, not so good things, let's suppose. What happens? Those impressions are stuck with me for years. So the question that we need to ask ourselves is, okay, if somebody is doing something for me, we talked about karmic life cycle and all that. We are not going there. This session is all about the truth. I'm struck in that 40 years back, somebody said something, and then you stop talking to that person. That means you are still in that 40 years back situation.
Carrying the luggage,
Carrying the baggage.
luggage, and it is less luggage, more comfort. So leave everything.
Exactly. You are
In a
not able to
lighter.
get out of it.
Yeah.
Right? So what we have to start to understand is life is truth. And only life exists. If I try to describe the truth, then I distorted it. So what am I lying? I'm lying a distortion of the truth. Right? So if I try to explain that, I'm not that. The life I'm leading now, the life that I got, I have created so many things to come in front of me, and these things are running my life. But this is not the reason why you are in this life. You are in this life to be in peace and happiness. Yes, body is important, but body is not everything. Right? So the more and more I am honest with me, right? I have my own insights. I am talking truth to myself. I am not running away from problems inside. I am accepting. I'm not judging. I'm listening. Right? These are all the things that will take me inside, that will take me to the truth.
Master, there should be quest for the truth, right? Everyone should have that quest.
So the quest is there, madam. Everyone has that quest, but they don't know how to get there because the mind is so powerful that it will not give you at any given point of time after you sleep and you wake up, you feel peaceful, you feel happy, you feel like relaxed. You want to be in that state all the time. Everyone, right? In some moment or other, we get out of a frictionless movement, then you feel relaxed a little bit because you're out of that movement. You want to think something else. Why is that my mind is saying that think something else? Let it go for now. Why you are running away from quarrels? Why we are getting out from heated arguments? Because you want that peace. Everyone is wanting for that. But what we all have to understand is in this process, you're not going to get that. In those moments, it is not going to give you that. It is beyond that. And how do I get that? By going inside, by asking these questions to myself, by introspecting myself in honesty. You have to be honest to yourself. Forget about others. Forget about God. Forget about your guru. Forget about your family, parents, who are elders, whoever it is. Forget everyone. Are you honest and true to your own self? If you are, then yes, you are ready for the truth. Right? When you are trying to be honest, when you are
Master,
trying to be,
Master, we should be discernment, right? When we do introspect, then we should be able to do the discernment, like we can, what is truth and what is not truth. Then it'll be easy for that person. Discernment.
What happens, madam, when you start to disown it, right? Now you are creating an alternate reality. You understand? See, I want this. I don't want this. What is truth? Both is not true. Because both of these, I want, I don't want, are the mind reflections, the mind duality. Where is truth? In that very accept of witnessing is the truth.
Yes, Master.
So why am I not able to do that? Because I am not honest. I'm not authentic to myself. If I'm trying to be honest, let us ask this fundamental question to each of us, right? At this age, if you are trying to be honest, if you are trying to be authentic, they think you are like a child. Everybody looks like you. Hey, it's a childlike quality, right?
But that is the pure
Don't be
thing,
crazy. Yeah,
right? That is the pure thing.
exactly.
People don't understand it. They think like they are dumb,
Exactly. They think you're crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
They'll say that you're a crazy person.
Yeah.
You are talking honest, you are being authentic. Everyone around you think that you are crazy, right? Most of us have learned to lie, right? Lie to learn throughout our life and how we feel. Have we ever expressed what is going on inside to any outside person? In a way, it is going on. No, we don't. Right? What happens is, by the time we have reached our adulthood, we have even learned to believe our lives. The lies that you have started to listen over a period of time from everyone, the impressions that have been brought into your head all the time, what happens is, by the time you reach that adulthood, the pattern has created in such a beautiful way that the lies, you will believe them as the reality. That's it. Right? Why is this happening? Because as I'm growing up, I'm developing very strong mind, and the mind becomes very corrupted. Every one of us have very strong opinions on certain things. Does opinions represent truth? No, right? Emotional response becomes very corrupted when you are ruled by opinions and beliefs. I get aggravated, right? I get very emotionally attached. I get very sensitive. I get into altercations. Why? Because I am judging, because my mind is corrupt. I'm opinionated. Even the love is corrupt if you start to look at it. The pure love that I need to carry, that I am with, I no longer carry that. What I carry is a corrupt love, the distorted, the unpure love that only works in conditions. I condition the love. It's
Sir,
a
but
beautiful.
baby love is very pure. What do you say for that?
We are not talking about babies though, right?
Baby love is too
Baby
pure.
love is pure, yeah, because they don't have mind. Baby love is pure because they don't have mind.
Yeah, that's true.
So the point is, it is the mind that is carrying all this drama. So when I ask these questions to myself, right? See, my love, like let's take this example of love, right? Love, how my natural impulses can be poisoned by my ideas, right? How my natural impulses are poisoned, right? You are taught to have these conditional activities, right? Activities that are based out of some action, some thought process, some pattern, some behavior, some impression, some opinion, right? All these things we are taking that into consideration. If I spoke out loud, right? If I say I love you, if you do what I want, I will love you if you stand by me, I love you if you believe me what I tell you, if you embarrass me, if you ever disagree with me, if you leave me, I will stop loving you. All these statements, imagine, right? In our life, we use this number of times. It's a beautiful example to reflect upon. This is not love.
Yeah, that is not love. When two-person like they're in love, that means it is not showing an action or a verbal or anything. If they both were sitting side by side, if they have peace in them, that's all it is.
Exactly. Exactly.
Pure.
Correct. It has to be pure. It has to be unconditional. It has to flow through you.
Exactly.
It flows through you, but we don't recognize it.
That energy flows. Yes, correct.
The love. That's why life itself is truth. Life is truth, and only life exists. What does that mean? It means that you are in that state of love all the time. You lost the touch of it because you brought so many things what you are not. That's why if I go back to that first thing, who am I? Once you start to understand who you are not, then you will know who you are. And all these things, whatever I brought here, right? Everything has to be gone at some point. Everything has to go, go, go. If I start to condition it, then I'm not that. The mind is a function of a brain. Our mind is a function of a brain that turns a perception into a particular language, into a language of translation. It is a perception. Whatever I have in this brain, right? It's the function of my brain that turns the perception into a language. It gives me the perspective, and that perspective comes out through my words. And I say this to you, I say that to you. The way I describe the reality may not be the necessarily the same way that you describe the reality, right? If you are like, I'll give an example, right? If you are looking at an idyllic scene, right? Let's suppose you're looking at an idyllic scene like a nature, right? A mountain range or green, greenery, greenery woods, right? Or an expansion of the wilderness in the mountains, in the higher mountains, mountain plains and all that, right? Each of us have our own reality in that moment. Some may think of paradise, others may react with excitement and a great pleasure, but others may think, seeing that same scenery, others may start to imagine extreme hardship and loneliness in life. Is it not? And few may start to look at it as if that, oh, I'm going into the unknown territories. Fear. Right? Whatever, that very one scene that I'm looking at, each of us look at it, each of us have got our own way of looking at it. The realities shift. The realities are totally different.
Perception varies.
Exactly. And we think that perception is the reality, but it is not. How many of us are ready to observe that scene as it stands and no reaction? That is truth. I am in that state. That's it. There is absolutely no action, no reaction, no response. Nothing is happening in mind. My mind is in that very moment flowing with that nature. That is truth. If we start to believe that unfamiliar things are dangerous, you will avoid any new experience in your life, in the eternity of your life. Period. That's it. Gone. Gone is the truth with that very impression. If you were thought to be afraid, you will likely continue to be afraid for the life of it. Every one of us have been taught to interpret things what we see. We were told what to believe, and you were told that this is how you should believe. It's not just believing it. They are giving you a reason. They're putting some drama, some kind of, cyclic, historical significance, saying that this is the reason you believe this. That's it. You are guided both privately and publicly by the opinions since we are born, right? All those things are coming into my mind because they are like, whatever I have accumulated over a period of time, those things keep coming back to me. Those things keep haunting me, right? They create this drama all the time for me. I'm not able to get out of this drama. Even though I understand that I want to get out of this drama, I don't have a way to get out of this drama because I never ask these questions. We are fear-mongered beings, right? How many of us worship God for the fear? Right? Many beliefs encourage fear. Beliefs are influenced by fear, right? Don't we agree? Fear has a very big effect where we learn the view of the world. See, physical fear is a very natural and essential for survival. I'm not contemplating on that. Please don't understand when I say fear that the physical fear is required for you to have that survival, right? But it is important for us to understand that irrational fear that goes in the mind is not required.
It blacks you out.
It blacks you out. It doesn't allow you to experience anything. It is very, very important to remember this. The irrational fear should not be there. If I start to take this irrational fear within me, I'm afraid what doesn't exist yet. The unseen is making my seen go away. Remember this. Your unseen, which has in your mind, whatever you are seeing is unseen yet in the physical world. It is only here. That unseen is making that seen that needs to come in your life go away. That's it, gone.
We cannot
Can
reach the
cause
core
great harm.
value, Master. We cannot reach the core value, the sukshma truth.
You will never be able to reach that, because only you're in the deepest. See, if I look at an ocean, all these things, whatever we are talking, is in the surface. Where is the truth? In the deepest part of the ocean. I'm at the surface only. I'm trying to figure out my fear, understand what reality means, understand why these things are blocking me, right? Because that irrational fear in that very moment, that irrational fear that I brought into mind is shaping my reality. Whether I realize, I don't realize, it doesn't matter. That irrational fear I brought here is shaping my reality. Right? What happens is, the way I start to see, we have learned to react emotionally, right? We all learn to react emotionally in a way the other peoples do, and then fear what they can only imagine, what we only imagine. Whatever I'm imagining now, right? I should not go in the darkness. I have this implanted here. I always remember that I should not go in darkness, irrespective of what may be the situation. Now, what I do is I don't sit it here. When whoever is with me, I'm going to tell them, you should not go in darkness. Darkness is such a fear thing. You should not do that. And if kids are there, right, they will get that. And they will think that, oh, that's the way of living. That's it. I created a mark for myself. Mockery of life. That's why these reactions, right, take time. And then you have to practice to perfect them. It's not a one-time thing that I'm asking this question, who am I? Am I the impressions? Am I this factor? We follow the rules of our family, our culture, our society, what our parents have shown us. We behave like, in a way that humanity should behave. We learn the lessons from the adulthood, into the life, as to what life is all about. But yet we totally misunderstand or misrepresent our own truth and our own reality. Because I never ask the question that I need to ask: who am I? What is real? What is love? Whatever I start to observe and learn from my society, I think that is the truth. That's it. You obey the rules of our cities. We all obey the rules of our cities. We all obey the rules of our country. But we break that very country that has built us, the body. Your nation is your body. If you don't honor your body, if you don't take care of your body is nothing but the impressions of your mind. The thoughts that you carry, body is nothing but mind in action. So it is this little government operating in our heads. The mind is the government that sets the rules, and the physical body follows those rules. We have to clearly understand, distinguish that. Don't try to act from body. Start to act from mind. Because if you can hold this, the reality will shift. If you can change here, everything else will change. Because
Master, Master, there is saying in Mahabharata, like Dhritarashtra is physically blind, inner side, inner vision also he's blind. Like that, we are not really blind as we are all, but inner thing, our vision should be open up and clear.
Exactly. Exactly. This government is set by rules. We set the rules. We have the boundaries. We have set the impressions. We have said the way it should act, the way it should not act. Everything is here. And yet I am trying physically to manifest things. So sorry, right? Why am I trying to do that? Because I don't understand these concepts of truth. I don't understand what are these governing things that are happening. Why, how this universe of body is made of. It is my mind that is imposing the laws as to how my body should act. Such a fundamental thing. When we are aware the way the mind functions, you can alter the way you rule yourself. That's it. If I don't understand the way my mind functions, what happens? I'm not even at the mind level. I'm at the body level trying to do. I go to gym every day, do 2 hours of gym, hoping that my body is going to stay around. It is not this body. This body, even though you do 5 hours of gym, your body is it's not going to be healthy. Period. There are millions and millions of diseases, my dear masters. One disease is enough for you to get out of your body. One disease. Imagine. Millions of diseases are available in this world. The illnesses. Out of that, one is enough for you to leave your body. That is the truth. Whether you face it, you don't face it, it's a different thing. But that's the truth. The truth is, no matter how much you try to hold your body, if your mind is not in line, it is a futile exercise. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. I'm not saying that don't take care of your body. You should take care of your body, but what it is to serve. The purpose. You can never let go of the purpose. The pulse of wisdom should never be forget. The pulse of wisdom for today's discussion are who am I? What is real? What is love? These are the fundamental questions. As you keep asking them and trying to unwind it and trying to negate everything that is going on, you slowly reach to that state of being. Wisdom improves your relationships with your life, with the truth. It allows you to rise above your fears and your common belief system. Right? Everyone has a common belief system that, hey, I have to do this on a daily basis. I have to go there. I have to be here every week, every month. Everyone has some common belief system in the society, right? As a religion, as a culture, as a cult, whatever way you look at it. Those common beliefs, you will rise above that. If somebody comes and tells you the truth is within you, the very person who is searching for God is the God himself. If somebody tells you that, you're not ready to accept it. Why? Because in your common belief system, over and over, you have been told that God is somewhere else, you are somewhere else. You are not the God. So what happens? You lost the touch of the truth. So the question is, are you ready to discover what is the truth? Are you ready to ask these secret questions and wait for those responses to come within? Patiently, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Are we ready to do that? What happens when you ask these questions is it gives you the will to walk through these new doors of experience. Whatever that unknown factor that I am struck here, you will open up yourself. You will draw ready to walk to that next level. The journey begins with these essential questions, my dear masters. The journey of truth begins with these questions. So spend more time introspecting. Understand what is the real thing. What is love? If I say that, hey, love is all that is, the next question is, then why am I suffering? I am suffering because I conditioned that love. As simple as that. So the more and more I start to unwind this knowledge, that's why this is called timeless wisdom. There is no time for this. When I start to bring all this right into my own perspective, hey, you will know who you are when you know who you are not. All these things, whatever we spoke about, if I start to let it go, then what else is left is the truth. Who am I? Right? Most of the stories that I am hearing about, most of the lessons that I am learning, most of the masters they're talking about, if I go into the historical significance of how the evolution of humanity happened over millennia of years and all that, the one thing is certain: mind is a very, very powerful tool. It can make you or break you.
Master, one example, like if you ask a sculpture and you said, how did you bring out this idol, like God, any idol or any art, any peacock, something. Then he says that like it is there already inside. But the only thing is I took away what all, it is not there. It is not. Right?
Correct. Correct. Exactly. So if so exactly, man. I mean, I think that is where it is, right? How am I scripture, how the idol is making in myself? What are the chip things, chipping? I'm chipping this idol, right? When I'm chipping this idol, when I go inside and question myself, right? Hey, why am I not able to accept it? Shoot, man, I cannot believe I am doing this. Why am I thinking like this? Why are these things coming? Because you yourself are not able to accept your own actions, your own thoughts, your own feelings. You're so confused and you're so discouraged by the very face of what is happening to you, that you yourself start to hate yourself. Right? Everyone wants the truth, but they seem to have missed something in their search for truth. Isn't it? I want the truth, but I am not searching for truth. So when you ask this question, who am I? You are taking that first step back to your truth, the authentic you. Not the false you, the authentic you. Because when I say, who am I, right? You get, I call you by name, Anil, I say, I look at it, right? The moment so now you got my attention. What do I need to do when I got my attention? I don't react. I should observe. I should look. I should observe. And just stay attentive. That's it. The first is attention. Then you look. Then you observe. Now, what I am doing instead of that, I am attentive. You got my attention by calling my name, Anil. Next thing what I do is I look, I react. There is a phenomenal difference between observe and react. So what happens is, when somebody says you are smart, right? I have that impression. Hey, you are a rebel. I have that impression. You are just like your father, buddy. Right? They try to compare you against the things that other minds are also comprehending in the same wave, in the same motion. Right? You are such a stubborn person. You don't know what the love means at all. Hey, buddy, you never take risk, man. Risk has to be taken in life. Risk is the way of living. I always risk myself. Why are these things coming? Because others are giving you that impression. Now, with all that formation in your mind, you have opinionated yourself that I am this type of person. And that is false. And that is what is making this life the way it is right now. So as and when I start to take this concept into myself and I start to accept it, I am getting into that reality. I am shifting that reality. Whatever I am not, I am letting it go. Whatever I am naturally in there. It is not by force I am in there, naturally in there. Because that's all what it is. Because life itself is truth. When I talk to somebody, right, for example, you meet your friend, you talk about life, your events, your hope for future, your disappointments in life. You tell the same stories, more or less in the same way to everyone. And who is the main character? Who is the main hero in your story? You are the main
You
hero.
are the one.
Exactly.
And
But
different versions also.
different versions. Exactly. How did that character define you? Have you ever questioned how did that character come to define you? When you are telling that story, how did you become the main character? And describe yourself with all the actions.
The I concept, ego.
Exactly. The me. I'm always in the center. I understand we are storytelling creatures. Why do I tell stories? To connect with people, right? When I go to, in my work, right, we do a lot of sales activities. So, it's a story. You got to tell a story. Otherwise, your folks are not, your customers won't connect with you. So
It's
you
a
tell a story to connect.
it's a marketing skill.
Exactly. That's a way of
Telling
life.
yourself.
Yeah. If you're sales, that you have to tell a story. You have to show them the historical way of it, why this helped, who has helped with this kind of a thing, and why it is helpful for them. Then they connect. Right? So we never stop telling stories for our own lives. So, but what is happening through these stories, I am patronizing my lifestyle. We are missing that part. By repeatedly telling this story again and again, with the emotion, right? With with the kind of thought process, whatever the thought process I'm carrying, when I'm actually, negating that, narrating that story, those impressions are getting created within me, and that is what is coming into my reality. You may say that I don't put, belief into the fairy tales, but you will always believe your own life story. The story of your life, you will believe. Most of
It is also called like self-sympathy or something like that.
it is. Through that stories is how you create that sympathy.
Yeah, self.
You will a lot of faith in your version of reality. You will always have a lot of faith in your version of reality because you think that you are the main character and everything else surrounding that main character. And everyone thinks that way, though, by the way. Everyone has got this little government in them. Right? So what is happening is every story that comes out from our mouth is becoming our reality. Whether you know it or you don't know it, that's the life. So the more and more we start to embrace this kind of understanding and this kind of thought process, we slowly start to unwind our life. Now, I know about it, right? My life is nothing but the combination of my thoughts, my feelings, my actions. Now, when I start to shift that, I get into that state of truth. Then you will start to have that peace, that happiness, that non-suffering state of being. No emotion can drag you down. No action can pull you out. No thought can stick you in. They come, they go, but you are eternal. You are immortal. You are ancient. Because what you are, that's all. It's what it is there. That's it. There is nothing else.
That is called in Big Bhagavad Gita, it is called that Sthita Prajna, right?
Correct. Samasthiti. So the voice of me, right? Next week we'll talk about this voice of me. What is this voice of me? We'll go a little deeper. Don't get lost here. Please understand. If I want to get to the truth, you have to ask these questions. I'm always worried about what others are saying about me. Right? Me, what is me for me is my character. My character, that is for me, and my character, that is for you. So what is happening is, because of this me, the voice of me is what is making my life to be at this level, whatever I'm feeling. You are the main character of your story, and that story is what creating your reality. The power of that story is creating the reality. So we'll talk little more about that voice of me, and then we'll go little deeper into the powerful tools. How do I get through this? How do I unshackle these mind activities and make sure that I get an opportunity to go to the truth? We'll talk in the next session. Any questions? Either you got it or you're lost. Okay, no questions, then we'll call it a night. But again, right, think about this. Who am I? What is real? What is love? Ask these questions all the time. If something, your mind is pulling you, ask the question, who am I? Am I that thing? What is making me to do it? Or am I something else? Then you will stop reacting. You will start only acting.
To stop reacting, I think we should get detached from a lot of things which we are going through in everyday life, right?
So it is, see, now you're talking about the reaction aspect of it, action and reaction. Where you have to be is at the source of that action. That's the root of the action is where you need to start to take it out. If I try to alter the effect of it, right, what happens is the effect may alter today, but tomorrow it will come back. You will have alter effect, because that is still duality. Where you need to go is the root of it, the source of that. Why is that I am thinking this way? Why is that I am not able to accept the way things are coming my way? What is real, right? If I ask this question, what is real, then we quickly understand that all of this drama is not real. But I'm not able to be in that state. Why? Because I don't feel like when I think of me, I'm thinking of me as this body, this mind, this action of senses and all that. But the me here is the energy, right? I don't see that.
Sir, we are pure energy. That's all.
We are energy. That's it.
But we are stuck in this mind-body phenomena.
Correct.
And you have to cross this one at any cost.
Correct. That's why go to the root.
Go to the root.
Yeah. Go to the source.
Core level.
Exactly. That's
and embrace the truth.
Going back to the truth comes through embracing the truth.
Yeah, embracing the truth.
Yeah. If you have
then only we will be in the truth.
Exactly.
We can reach the truth.
Correct. Then only we will become that. Yes. So it's all that's why it's a journey.
That's a journey.
It's not an overnight thing. Right?
Never-ending journey.
Correct.
So that means like every day, whenever we get attached or whenever we have anything, that we should ask ourselves, this is not real. I mean, just don't react too much for
See, that
anything.
the thing is, I'll tell you, madam, right? It is, see, when you say me, what do you refer to?
Me as in my body.
Yeah, exactly, right? See, that's the thing. The truth is not that, right? Truth
Soul.
is, yeah, exactly. Me doesn't refer to the body we occupy. Me doesn't describe the energy that moves through you or through us. Me isn't a primal thing. It is not like only thing that is there, me and all that, right? Because you did not invent the self. The self came on its own. Self is always there, right?
Yeah.
Me is like, me didn't exist until we began to see the world, right? Through symbols and the meanings and the way how it should be looked upon, this way you look at it, that way you don't look at it.
It is just a
So
glass of water, like water. The container is the glass. Just water to place it in the glass, like a body is like that. And we should be, there is a saying in Telugu, like a tamaraku mida neetu battu, like that.
right.
Attached, detached, and like we have to, there is an example of King Janaka. That's how he used to do. Like 24 hours, he used to divide. He is a king, he has to rule, he has to follow all those dharma, king's dharma. And exactly in 12 hours, he used to be in the Adhyatmak and all that he used to be doing. He used to do that. So
Exactly.
that's what we had to do.
That's
And
what, yeah.
yeah, we should not become like we are samsaris, like we are ashrama. But we should not be a sannyasi to go do meditate and find ourselves in here only doing like our regular daily things, and you have to spare time like for this also.
Exactly. You're spot on, man. So when you say me is not actually what you are, right? You are the life or the energy that made you of this physical being, right? Life runs through your body. We all know that, right? Life runs through your body and makes it able, because it's a breath that is making your life run, right? It makes through your body. You're able to move, you're able to love, you're able to feel. That life's energy is created. Where does that creation happen? In here. It happens in here. So what is life? When I talk to put this perspective into my life, right? I'll see my life is everything seen and unseen. It is not just seen. So whatever I say, when I say physical life, I'm only seeing what it is. What about the unseen that is happening here? What about things that are coming, not yet come, but they are coming? That is also my life. So everything seen and unseen is life, because only life exists. So we'll talk more next week. We'll give you more detailed perspective as to why this me factor is creating such a trouble for us. Any other questions?
Dhanyavad Masterji.
Thank you. All right, masters. If no further questions, then we'll call it a night. We'll see you all next week for the topic, and then tomorrow for the meditation session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.